Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to Prodigy Racing Network, home of the IFAR 500. Today's race should be an incredible one. The best in IFAR get to go around the track for about 50 laps for the opener of the 10th season of the IFAR Premier League. The best that NR 2003 has to offer right here on Prodigy Racing Network. We're so glad you're joining us for today's race. I'm your head commentator, Nicholas Koskinen, with Prodigy Racing Network, and this is the IFAR Premier League. Don't mind the 8 of... Just don't mind the 8. He's just doing it still. I guess we were a little too early on the gun. I completely forgot about happy hours, so sorry about that. But yeah, welcome to the IFAR 500. We're finally back. It's Season 10. These drivers have a lot to offer this season, and I cannot wait to be here with you. This is going to be... I think this is going to be the best season in IFAR history, honestly. Coming off of an incredible finish to the season with Blake Kincannon snagging the championship at the last second, this is poised to be just an absolutely incredible season. Will Blake Kincannon defend his Season 9 title and go 3 in a row, or are we going to see somebody else hoisting the trophy at season's end? Sorry, good lord. I'm trying to remain mistake-free, but that's just not possible with me, apparently. But yeah, like I was saying, like, who's going to add their name to the list of champions here? Like, you've got such a very long list of champions. You've got Alexander Gonzalez-Green. He won Season 1 and Season 2. That's 2 in a row. Liam Tingley. Dunn LaPrade won back-to-back championships. Jerry Cook, Natani Dagenhart, and now Blake Kincannon. He etched his name on the trophy in Season 8. However, now he's looking to be the first driver to win 3 championships in a row. Should be an incredible season, and I cannot wait to see what it brings us. We're still about 2.5 minutes away from the start of the race, so I'm going to go for a little bit, but enjoy the chaos on track. We'll keep that going for you. Alright, so do bear with us for a little bit. I completely forgot. So the thing about this race right now is that they have a lot of entrants for this. There are... Jesus Lord, I'm not even going to attempt to try and count how many entrants we've got. So they're doing 2 separate qualifying... think about it like how they do qualifying for the Monaco Grand Prix. It's basically like a group... It's group qualifying. So you're setting one group out, you're setting another group out. This is going to determine... This is basically Q2. So this is gonna set the grid for this upcoming race. So please allow about the next 3 minutes or so to get qualifying 2 over with. Once again, we apologize. I completely forgot about that we were going to have 2 qualifying sessions to help with the amount of people that have signed up for the race. So, once again, that was my fault. That is not a series error. That is a broadcaster error. We will be right back on the air here in just a couple minutes. let's try this again. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to Prodigy Racing Network, home of the pinnacle of IFAR Premier League racing and our 2003 racing in general. This is the IFAR Premier League and the IFAR 500 on Prodigy Racing Network. I'm your head commentator, Nicholas Koskin, and welcoming you to the 10th season of IFAR Racing. This has been something I've been waiting for since Homestead last season. These drivers are ready to go. Who's going to claim the crown here in the 10th running of the IFAR 500? Well, I guess I played that song a little too early, but that's okay. Alright. Well, wow, this is just absolutely freaking insane. Now, praying to God that everything works. This is our first time using GNL.TV. I'm not going to make any promises that this is going to be the greatest thing in the world, but massive thanks to Aria Carmona and Blaine Davis for helping me set up GNL.TV. Of course, GNL.TV is owned by Peter Decont, whatever, however you pronounce his name. It's a Dutch name. I'm very sorry. But massive thanks to everybody involved in the production of Prodigy Racing Network and the IFAR on PRN. And a massive thanks to everybody watching this stream, everybody for tuning in and supporting your favorite driver. Let's have a hell of a season. The 10th season of IFAR Racing, right here on Prodigy Racing Network. We will be with you every step of the way. Starting out on pole, Blake Kincannon, your season champion from last year. He'll be starting next to Alexander Gonzalez-Green. After that, you have Cole Rodriguez and Natani Dagenhart. After that, you have the... Hold on. Oh, God, my ears. After that, 1 second. It's taking its sweet freaking time to load. You can also watch the cars roll off if you so wish. After that, you have Malin alongside Season 3 champion, or Season 2, Season 3, no, I don't know. He's a champion, doesn't matter, Liam Tingley. Carter Friesen, the famous graphic designer, will be starting in front of Jelani Howell. Everybody's favorite Asian, Wang Do, is Wang Do is going to be right in front of Nicholas Budimlich. After that, you have... Really? Are you still loading? You got Harrison in front of Gino Bononi, Seth Cole, and Ruby Estes. Connor Hudson, a.k.a. Ellie Productions, in front of Clements. After that, well, I guess you're just going to have to read that on your own time, because we're coming to the green here for the start of the 10th ever IFAR 500. Green flag in the air here in Daytona. Once again, we apologize if the graphic is a little bit out of whack. Blake Kincannon leading us to the green here in Daytona for lap number 1 out of a 50-lap race. A little bit squirrely up there as Blake Kincannon's trying to keep a hold of the lead here. Look at that. You got a bit of a throwback here with the 91 belonging to Cole Rodriguez, the Mac Tonight Mustang. And it's a pretty bit of a slow start here, a little bit of a calm start. However, I have a pretty good feeling that that's not going to be the case for the rest of this race. 38 cars in today, or 37 cars in today's field. Definitely the largest field I've ever seen here on Prodigy Racing Network. And here they are coming down to complete lap number 1. He's going to do it here. He's going to lead off the season the way he wants to. Your defending champion will lead lap number 1. You're on board with Cole Rodriguez at the moment. You can take a look. These guys are really keeping themselves kind of calm here, staying on the bottom. The guys were trying to make the top lane work. You know, we had a bit of a joke in the IFAR server after I posted the preview of the graphic that, you know, there was a bit of a joke going around that these drivers cannot make 2x2 work. Well, you're seeing that happen here. These guys are keeping themselves contained here throughout the course of the field. Nobody's wrecked yet. Blake Kincannon will come down through the tri-oval, and he will lead us through lap number 2 here in Daytona. Got a little bit of got some jostling here for position toward the back, but not really much going on other than that. Nobody's really... We do see a little bit of a push here coming from Alexander Gonzalez Green. He's pushing the 18 of... he's pushing the 18 of... Why is Alexander Gonzalez Green listed in that 18 car? He's driving the 55. He's listed as the 18 in the roster thing, but that actually belongs to Tyler Mallon. I knew his name was like either Taylor or Tyler. But Tyler Mallon out on the outside making that one work. He's got a lot of help coming from the oh, we got one moving up to the top side here. That was trying to get an eye on who that was. That was the 11 belonging to Victor Nunez. Knew exactly what he was doing on that one. I'm sorry, that's Nicholas Budimlich. Why is this not updated? I am so sorry, guys. The roster is really failing me right now. And as some of our fans have pointed out, oh, never mind, Winty doesn't have fast slap. Victor Delgado, currently if this was a Budweiser All-Star Series race, we would have said your Xfinity fastest lap, but we don't really have a... Actually, you know what, I do usually say Middle Road Energy for this league, so we don't really have any official sponsors as far as I know, but... Taylor Mallon currently leading the pack here, making that outside work for him, and so far it's been pretty calm, however you know what they say, in like a lamb, out like a lion. And this race is bound to go to hell in a handbasket sooner or later. Everybody's making it work. Nobody's been victim to netcode just yet. Got a new one coming up, Natani Dagenhart. Making their push up into third place now. If they could just get clear of Blake Kinkennon. Kinkennon's got a lot of help here, but that top side has a lot more people working on it. There's not really a lot of people, able to help here on the bottom. We also got the effects of side draft really working into play here, keeping Kinkennon back there. And Taylor Mallon is going to lead us back to the Tri-Oval. Man, this is just classic Daytona. I feel like this is just how every Daytona race goes. It starts out pretty slow, but once the tires start to wear down, or once the stakes start to raise, you know... What the heck? Oh, I thought he was racing like an old Toyota Camry there. I thought my eyes were deceiving me there. Well, would you look at that? The Ty Gibbs snot green car is currently leading this race, belonging to Taylor Mallon. And right now, you can see right there the 55 of Alexander Gonzalez Green, raced in the MCORL race earlier today. He's right there into second place behind the 18. Coming back around, it seems like I thought there were going to be a three wide, I thought there was going to be three wide there for a moment. Now the field's starting to spread out a little bit. We see a little bit of the slower paced cars starting to drop to the back a little bit. They're losing the draft, but a lot of these guys are sticking together here. This is perfect with 36 cars. It's better than a lot of the 12-car Daytona 500s I've seen here. But it seems like that top side is the dominant side. Look at that. That is Wang Do right there into fourth place. Right there in front of him, right there behind him is Nicholas Budimlich. And just like any other league, the Toyotas appear to be dominating, as we got 4 Toyotas, 1 Chevy, and 1 Ford inside the top 5. Ruby Estes back there, she's driving a Dodge. She might try to kind of throw a Mopar power into the equation here. But it's mostly single file here up until about 6th place. I say that, and then Natani Dagenhart drops down to the bottom. Let's see what they try to do here. So far, so good. Now we got a couple of fans here coming from DSRA that are really looking for 2 drivers here, including a rookie making his first IFAR start. Carl Childress is somewhere in the field here. Now we got a lot of fans cheering for him. We got a lot of fans cheering for Winty Wolf as well. He's also in the field, driving the number 7, I believe it is. So we'll keep an eye for we'll be keeping an eye out for those guys. Let's take a look at Flandre Wilson as well. She just came off of a Daytona 500 win as well earlier this week. Won a Daytona 500 on Tuesday night. Huang Do, everybody's favorite Asian, making his way into 3rd place here. And that's kind of pushing Natani Dagenhart back a little bit. They're kind of in a situation now where they're not getting any help. It kind of sucks being the front car in that pack because, you know, once you're out front, oh, ballsy move there by Nicholas Budimlich as he drops to the bottom. And he's going to take it away from Huang Do. He might also try to take it away from Alexander Gonzalez Green. And Taylor Mallon might have a big responsibility here as we start to... Oh, caution's out. Caution is out. And we see why. Caution is out for the first time here tonight. It took long enough. Let's see what happened. It was an accident involving R.J. Bishop, so let's see what happened. I apologize to our crowd. I was kind of just caught up in the race. I didn't really pay attention to the chat here. Knew they were slowing down. There's something had to have been wrong, but let's see what happened here. Oh, he lagged. And, oh, that is Winty Wolf there. Took out the 7 of Miller there. Oh, no. Let's confirm that that is Winty Wolf that was involved in that. So, oh, my goodness. Well, let's go on board with Winty Wolf to see what happened. Yeah, you know what? It probably would have helped if I had the rear camera. Let's try that again. And back up he goes. R.J. Bishop kind of caught up in a situation he was not comfortable being in. Let's take a look at his perspective with the Napa onboard. Now, personally, I would like him to send me a clip of what happened during that because, you know, it's kind of unreliable with these online races. But he's in the pit road. That rear end looks like he had a little too much Chipotle. Speaking of rear ends coming off, looks like we have another driver possibly without a rear end. That would be R.J. Bishop. Or, sorry, forgot his first name. It's Miller. Yeah, Bryson Miller. That's right. He was in a race a couple days ago. Why did I forget that? But he also appears to he might have to get that right end. He might have to get that rear end removed. But we got everybody coming in the pit road. They're making their stop. We got a little bit of pit stop trouble with P.Y. Lucas in the or Pedro Y. Lucas in the Surfshark Chevrolet. Apologize for that. And first one out of pit road here was, I can't even freaking tell. I am so sorry. Yeah, you know what? We're doing the biggest race of the freaking year. We got 13 people watching, and I'm making a complete you-know-what of myself. It appears Taylor Mallon beat them out of pit road, so I just want to make sure we know who was where. Taylor Mallon, Alexander Gonzalez Green, Wang Do, Hoda Harrison, and Blake Kinkennon. Is it Hoda or Joda? Chat's gonna need to tell me. I'm so sorry. I have never seen this person in my life. We'd like to once again, we'd like to thank everybody tuning in. Get involved in the conversation on Twitter. Hashtag IFAR 500 because this is clearly IndyCar or not. Sorry, not IndyCar. This is clearly Formula One or Le Mans or something. So, yeah, whatever. We got a hashtag. I just thought it was a nice idea. I know Arya loves Formula One, so... No, I was talking with Arya about the thing, like the scoring loop thingy. And she would love it if we had, like, a Formula One style vertical scoring pylon. So we might be able to have that in the future. We'll try. We'll just have to see. Depends on how Stinger.tv works, you know? But your top 5 here is going to be Taylor Mallon, followed by Alexander Gonzalez Green, Wang Do, Blake Kinkennon, and Natani Dagenhart. Feels so weird seeing Natani in a nationwide car, and maybe I just never... Maybe they just drove a nationwide car during the races I didn't stream. Ruby S10, nothing's changed in her car. Got a lot... Yes, that's right. Sorry, George. Sorry. Oh, we got trouble. We got idiots. And we got a... We almost had a Miguel Paludo incident there. So I highly doubt we're going back under green now because people decide to be complete morons. And I know I'm supposed to be, unlike DSR, I'm supposed to keep it, like, professional, but, like, this is, that was just kind of a stupid move, whoever did that. Or was it just a lag problem? Was it just the 33 lagging, or maybe the 58 had problems? Let's see what happened. I'm dead curious now. I am dead curious. What happened? By the way, that is Trevor Davis in that 33 car. It looks like Carter may have just... Either Carter got pushed, the 33 lagged, or Carter just was a little too quick. But it looks like they're getting it a little bit sorted out here. Remember, Tyler Mallon, Alexander Gonzalez-Green, Wong Do, Blake Kincannon, and Tani Dagenhart are your top 5. Now, just a little bit, just to preface what was said during the driver meeting. The Tyler Mallon. I keep wanting to say Tyler Mowsum or Taylor Mowsum because of the Nationwide Series driver. But Tyler Mallon is going to be the control car, which means there is a... You'll be seeing it here when they get back around. There's a control line. IFAR has a custom MIP for a control line. When Tyler gets to that, he'll be able to decide between then and the check and between the start-finish line whether or not, or when he wants to go. Basically, he's the control car. It's not up to anybody else but the leader to decide where they're going to be restarting. "16 people watching. This is legit a PRN record. We're probably going to have like 200 views on the freaking video playback by the time this is done. Once again, there's really not much of an indication to know... Okay, so they might be going green this time by. So that 18 car is the guy we're going to have to watch here. Just because I'm curious. Is there any DNFs? No, we still have 30 cars here. That's the most surprising thing. Coming into the Geico restart zone. Green flag back to the air here in Daytona. Saw Flandre Wilson dive down to the bottom there just a little bit. It's a little bit of a slow start. It's kind of like these guys have, I swear to God, I don't know what's wrong with these cars, but they have the acceleration of 1960s VWs or something. They're slowly but surely climbing up. The 18 car pulling away now. Tani Dagenhart has moved into 4th place. Something went wrong with Wong Do there. And this has basically turned into an ARCA race where they're just training down the back straightaway. Guys jumped according to the audience. So Carson Satizan, thank you for telling us that. I'm sure Aria is tuning into the stream. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I'm just hoping that. I mean, we're not expecting the officials to make perfect calls, but we just hope with as many cars as there are on the field that hopefully these officials are both making calls in good faith and making calls in general. The top 5 really hasn't changed since that initial start, other than Wong Do moving back to 5th, and Tani Dagenhart moving into 4th. Top 5 has basically remained unchanged, but look at Flandre Wilson. We saw that she had a pretty good start, unless that was the jump that they were talking about. However, I guess George in the chat does bring up a very good point about the jump, but well, it's single file, and unless you get back here, then that's where all the action is. Devani Rodriguez. Is that Devani Rodriguez or Daniel Rodriguez? Yep, Daniel Rodriguez. He does not have a car. He has a generic anime car for this one. I could have sworn I had his car file, unless he didn't submit it. 3 wide back here toward the back. Other than that, it's pretty much single file. Choo-choo. Oh, man. Okay, just as soon as I say that, the Tani Dagenhart decides they want to go up to the top side. Or sorry, to the middle, actually. Not really the top, but the middle. However, it doesn't really seem like it's really working out for them. But however, they have the help of Wong Do right there, as well as Ruby Estes and Flandre Wilson. Now we got people completely bombarding the top side. Blake Kincannon's got absolutely zero help on the bottom. Tyler Mallon continues to lead here in Daytona. They're on board with Flandre Wilson. Right there behind Ruby Estes. You know, I always thought, I don't know why I keep mistaking Flandre Wilson for the generic cars for this mod, but that's just my fault for being an idiot. But we got a second pack developing here. Blake Kincannon, Garson Muyong, Nicholas Budimlich is also down there. Trevor Davis. We also got the knockoff Ally car, Alex Bowman, belonging to, I think that's Joshua Clements. I keep wanting to say, oh, we got contact! Oh, we got massive contact! Corner frees it up into the wall. And that Alliance Truck Parts Ford Mustang is going to be sent to the back there. Things are getting dicey here on the beach. Just because there's an airstrip behind turn 3 doesn't mean you guys have to send each other flying. Tyler Mallon continues to lead here. Alexander Gonzalez Green has done a fantastic job of staying in the second place spot, but Matani Dagenhart makes the move down to the bottom. Looks like they're really trying to take a massive risk with this one, but they got a lot of help, though, now that I think about it. You can see there Flandre Wilson, Blake Kincannon, Garson Muyong, Nicholas Budimlich back there just in that little train alone. Now it's side by side. And look at LA Productions in his Denver Nuggets car. You saw that on his profile picture when the Nuggets won the... congratulations to the Nuggets, by the way. My hometown NBA team. Well, not really my hometown, but it's closest. Flandre Wilson went there below the apron just a little bit there. Blake Kincannon really probably putting a lot of pressure on her here, but Matani Dagenhart will move into the lead. However, the question is, who's going to lead coming to the line? Will the 18 beat him out? Yes, he will. Matani Dagenhart still in second there, being pushed by Flandre Wilson. You got the two of the big dogs here in the IFAR Premier League. Oh, we got one into the apron here on the back straightaway. Who is that? That is DJ Curtis in the 17 car. Still a massive battle, and this is the beauty of Daytona right here. Literally anybody can win. Connor Hudson moving down to the bottom there to block. Saw him back there just out of the corner of my eye. Kind of hard to miss with that Denver Nuggets car. Matani Dagenhart was... No, they were credited with the lead on that one. You know, I could actually check the GNL feed to see who's led the most laps here. I could probably do that when we're under caution. Because if I click out of the NR 2003 app, it will freeze it. Got one dropping to the bottom below the yellow line. That is the 24 of Gino Bononi. The Italian Stallion below the line there. He'll get back up into traffic. Now that top side, the dominant line here. Flandre Wilson trying to change that, though, as she's spearheading the bottom lane. Man, Daytona is one of those tracks where you cannot afford to make a mistake here. Well, if you're going to block now. Never mind, it might be a little too late. Flandre Wilson on the bottom. Flandre Wilson, Blake Kincannon, Garson Muyong, the top three in that pack on the bottom here. We got one switching to the bottom back there toward the rear, too, trying to get as much of a draft as they can. Flandre Wilson getting pushed by Kincannon here. Might be a massive run coming. Ain't nothing like Daytona. Love that camera. Can't really see the numbers, but really good camera. Laundry Wilson into fourth now, I think, just based off of where... Okay, now she's getting pushed up into third. Not really much movement here on the top side. Nobody's really been changing positions. It's mostly just been the same players here on the two lanes. This is just text... Oh, got 3 wide here. 3 wide. Ruby Estes, Garson Muyong, Nicholas Budimlich in the middle of all that. Ruby Estes will drop in behind Budimlich, but what a gutsy move that one was. Got a lot of Pedro Y fans in the chat here tonight. Wow. Side by side, it seems I'll be honest, I've been watching Connor Hudson, seeing what he does, but really nobody's, like I said earlier, nobody's really moved. Matthias Dagenhart in serious trouble now. Flandre Wilson just about hooked them. And Scuderia Carmona Racing must really love what they're seeing. Seeing that 87 up front. And that is a massive train on the bottom here. The outside, really no help there for Tyler Mallon. And Dagenhart will lead that lap here as we come about 2 laps to go until the halfway mark. One car kind of just switching whatever lane he wants to. That is the 5 of... He is not listed. It's still under Dunlaprat for whatever reason, but okay. I'm starting to wonder whether or not they updated the roster. It says Season 10 roster. I don't know. Tony Dagenhart still out in front. Flandre Wilson second. Blake Kincaid in third. Garson Muyong fourth. It's still a battle for fifth here. I wonder if we're going to see pit stops here. Here they come. 1 lap to go to the halfway mark here in Daytona. Gracias, campeón del mundo. And really, this is one complaint I have about this BBMC track. The backstretch camera is way too far out. Connor Hudson might have a chance. Okay, as soon as I say that, Wong Do takes the open lane and moves down in front of the 92. Hey, that's my number, of Joshua Clements. Well, I guess I can't race IFAR now because Joshua's got my number. Not like I'd have the skill to race here. Anyway, why do you think I'm in the booth? Pretty much a train all the way from first through fourth. I think Trevor Davis is going to try and squeak his way past here. Throwing back to Bobby Hamilton in that Square D Chevrolet. I don't even know if Square D is still a company anymore. And now the top 5 all by their lonesome out here on the bottom lane here. And Trevor into 5th place. He's got everybody's favorite Asian Wong Do right behind him. And we got smoke. So what happened to the 7? If it's not a yellow, then... Yeah, there's not a yellow. I don't care. If it wasn't a yellow, then who cares? Oh, trouble! Massive trouble! Toward the back, we got the 524 around. Hard crash. Caution is out here in Daytona. Gino Bononi is around. The 5 of Austin Delgado is around. I don't know who got the worst of it, but the caution is out for the 2nd time tonight. Let's see what happens. Austin Delgado got into the wall there, kind of wondering. He just flat out took out the 24. Not saying it was intentional, because it wasn't, but Victor Delgado was lucky to kind of avoid him in the 2 of Townsend. This is a guy I haven't seen before. Glenn Townsend. Actually, I think I saw him last season, but I'm not quite sure. Glenn Townsend kind of had to get through that one pretty quickly. Even then, he didn't get through without a scratch. Let's go on board with Gino Bononi real quick. We're going to have a couple of onboard views. This is your BNC's onboard camera. Okay, so maybe that wasn't the best camera angle. Alright, so just forget that I did that. Let's go on board with Townsend here. I mean, if you're driving in cockpit view, which I assume these guys are, then it's gonna be pretty. I would imagine it's pretty difficult to see through that. Let's go on board with Austin Delgado. Yeah, I mean, he just hit... I mean, it just seems like Austin hit the wall and sent Gino Bononi to Brazil. I mean, I can't really say much else about that. We've missed pit stops. We will probably go... Should we go back to see who was where? I mean, if we don't have to, but... By the way, the indicator is wrong. We are under caution. It is lap 28, but we are currently under the caution. This is... You gotta keep in mind, IFAR does not manually throw out yellows. They have basically akin to a virtual safety car. They just expect the drivers to follow caution procedures, but they don't actually throw out a yellow flag. So do not trust the flag. It is lying to you. We are under caution. Why did Trevor Davis do that? You know what? I think Trevor Davis is going to end up being this league's Ross Chastain, give it a couple races. Just blame him for everything. 9/11, Trevor Davis. Famine in East Africa, Trevor Davis. So now we're going to have to see. Natalia Dagenhart is your control car. We're going to view the speed up here. Looks like they are picking up speed. Green flag back of the air here in Daytona, and everybody's going to the bottom here. It's just kind of like it's like if they did the choose cone under green flag. Tyler Mallon will get back to the lead here. Natalia Dagenhart's already dropped a couple positions, but they'll drop into the bottom here. Try and salvage what they can. Wong Do is there with Jelani Howell. Jelani Howell participated in the MCRL race, crashed out of it. One of 3 people that DNF'd earlier today. The MCRL race is up on our YouTube channel, so watch that after this race if you'd like to. And yeah, this is basically what this is for the first couple of laps, is that it's just basically just a big old freaking train. Connor Hudson there in behind Ruby Estes. That's the closest thing you're going to get to a pack here. Connor Hudson. I'm just probably going to be biased to this one because I'm a Denver Nuggets fan, but just... No, I'm not a freaking... What's that called again? Bandwagon fan. Alright, so that pack is kind of fizzled out. Garson Muyoung has no help on the top side there. He'll drop... No, he won't drop down to the bottom because here comes Delgado and Budimlich. There's also the 25 belonging to Liam Tingley. One of your driver's champions. Really nice looking 49 car here, but he's all by his lonesome out there on the top side. Nobody's helping him. And that honestly might be the death nail to his run. He'll go up to the top side. He got way loose as soon as Blake Kincannon got up. I wonder if he was just trying to avoid him here. I have a feeling we might see a wreck coming here. We got lap traffic coming up. There's that 07 belonging to Bryson Miller. And the rookie stripes are probably going to end up getting in the way here very shortly. Even in online leagues, lap cars and leaders do not mix. As long as it's NR 2003, lap cars and leaders do not mix well. And Tyler will cross the line here. He's pretty much led the most laps today. I'm not... And we got the chat really wanting Bryson Miller to LePage the field. They do monetary fines in this league, so yeah, you're going to end up bankrupting him, guys. And Tyler Mallon, pretty far away. Not really much action, just to be completely frank. These guys are kind of waiting it out here, trying to wait for a line to open up. But once somebody drops to the top side, another guy's going to follow, another guy's going to follow, so on and so forth. So we're going to probably end up seeing these guys get into a pack pretty shortly. Especially with Bryson Miller coming up now. By the way, we have 19 laps to go here in the Daytona 5, or sorry, the IFAR 500, not the Daytona 500. This is the IFAR 500. Completely different race. Totally. It's all single file all the way back up to here. Blake Kincannon, Connor Hudson, and Garson Muyong trying to make something work on the top side here. And it is 3 wide in the middle there as the lap cars trying to move down to the back. Connor Hudson getting pushed by Garson Muyong on the top side. Top 5 right now as it stands. Tyler Mallon, Alexander Gonzalez-Green, Natalia Dagenhart, Wong Do, and Jelani Howell. And so far, now we're seeing it. Now we're seeing it. These guys are starting to move to the top side. I'm kind of wondering if that pack with Blake Kincannon isn't going to try and get a push here. Got Blake Kincannon and Connor Hudson up there trying to push there. We got almost 3 wide here in the middle, or sorry, toward the back of the pack here. And so far, okay, they've behaved themselves. They have behaved themselves. And Daniel Rodriguez does, and I'm not the only one that doesn't have his car file. It looks like everybody else is asking where his scheme went. He drove a Yahoo car, or either that or Windows 11 car last season. That was a really nice paint scheme. You want to talk about nice paint schemes, though? Let's go on board with your Kleenex onboard camera. Tyler, why in the hell do you have the Microsoft Notepad logo on your back bumper? Anyone who knows Tyler, can you please, like, can you explain that to me? Is Tyler, like, obsessed with Microsoft WordPad? Or Notepad, sorry, not WordPad, it's Notepad, I'm just an idiot. So everything, like we said, pretty much a train, and even that top side, actually that top side is starting to, it's kind of starting to gain a cult following here as Ruby Estes is now moving to the top. Top 5 or top 6 are currently just staying on the bottom. Not really taking any risks. 15 laps to go. Oh, we got smoke. We got a crash. Hard crash. 4 cars involved. 5 cars potentially involved here. Caution is out for the 3rd time. I saw smoke and I knew exactly where to look. Caution is out here in Daytona. They will freeze the field. And this is caution numero tres here in Daytona Beach. Let me guess, it involved Austin Delgado again. Yes, it did. You knew something was going to happen. The 11 got loose. Just, oh my goodness. Imagine if that wasn't a safer barrier. Imagine if that wasn't a safer barrier. Oof. Hard crash. Everybody stacks up just a little bit there. It's kind of unavoidable. The 11 got way too loose. I think he got doored here by the 25, and then he just got loose coming off the corner. It's kind of hard to tell if he got doored, though. Blaine Davis hard into the wall there with the 11 of Nicholas Budimlich. Daniel Rodriguez involved. Austin Delgado involved. Cussin Just barely gets through it there. He has to go to the bottom. He has to rattle up his car a little bit. But almost gets taken out by Rodriguez there on the bottom. That could have been really bad for those involved. Let's go on board with Cussin with your Red Bull onboard cam. Yeah, once again, I mean, that's just really difficult to see through. I mean, I really don't blame him for that. I mean, it's just really difficult to see through that smoke. You really have to kind of guess where those cars are at that moment. We're going to go on board with Austin Delgado, then we're going to go on board with Blaine Davis. So let me find Delgado. There he is. And one more, we're going to go on board with the 41 car belonging to Blaine Davis. It's a shame because he helped me set up this thing. It's just a tough hit, honestly. And he does a little bit of a donut there trying to get himself turned around, but still no retirees here in this race. Let's take a look at your Middle Road Energy fastest lap, which you guys can see, but I can't. Glenn Townsend currently has your fastest lap with a 46.893 and a average speed of 191.66. I just add another 6 in there, and you pretty much pissed off my grandmother. Green flag back there here in Daytona. Completely spaced that one. Clements is leading us to the green here. And now we got 3 different packs forming for Lord knows whatever reason. So a couple of people had really bad restarts. Winty Wolf leading this pack right here. Look at that Mobile One Chevrolet. That's a mid motorsports car. Doing anything but actually, yeah, no, never mind. It is pretty mid, but haven't really heard much from the 7. We also haven't heard much from Carl Childress today. The 2 car going into the grass there. Something's wrong with him. Yeah, we haven't really seen anything from Carl Childress today, if he even qualified. I could have sworn he was here earlier. And now we're getting into a 2x2 here. And look at that car. That 92 it has fallen back to about 5th place here. Jelani Howe giving it a challenge on the outside. And right there in front, you have a 77 belonging to Joshua Elizaswain. I'm very sorry if I know for sure I butchered that. I know for sure. Like, I'm not even going to try to pretend like I did that right. Malin will lead us back to the green, or lead us back to the stripe here. 11 laps to go in the IFAR 500. Okay, don't call me a bozo. I didn't know that. Sorry. But I could have sworn I saw him in practice, so that kind of explains a lot. Side by side there, about 5, 6, 7th on back, I'd say. And we got a car that really hasn't really done much tonight. DJ Curtis has made his way into 6th place. Can't wait to see what that car does from this point forward. But this race has been pretty much a 3-horse show so far. Belonging to Tyler Mallon, Natani Dagenhart, and Alexander Gonzalez Green. Sorry about that. Kleenex Najimi Toyota. Currently up there into 3rd place. We got a couple cars falling back. Some of those cars were involved in the accident earlier. You can see Austin Delgado back there. You can see the once competitive Nicholas Budimlich, number 11. Lane Davis and the 56 belonging to R.J. Bishop. He was involved in a wreck earlier today. He's all the way back there too. 9 laps to go when they cross the stripe here in Daytona. And so far, been a really good race for a lot of these drivers. Not so sure about the entertainment aspect, as we haven't really seen much in terms of lead changes today, but I think that's just Daytona in a nutshell, but until you get to about the last 30, 20 laps. Which is why I'm not excited for the playoff cutoff race, honestly, but that is beside the point. Tyler Mallon. Right there behind him is the 87 of Natani Dagenhart. Alexander Gonzalez Green. Josh Lizaswain, whatever the frick that name is. And DJ Curtis made his way into the 5th place spot too. Unless they gotten pushed up there by Garson Muyung and Flandre Wilson. A little bit of shuffling in the back, trying to make sure nobody's killed themselves back here. Right now you're looking at Pedro Y. Lucas. Surfshark VPN. You should get a VPN. I don't know about Surfshark, though. Connor Hudson, also known as LA Productions, down there on the bottom. He is the only car on that front part of the pack that's side by side with anybody right now. We do have a couple cars back there trying to get 2x2 packs going here, but for the most part, it's just a bunch of trains here up here in the front. 7 to go here in Daytona. I'm gotta wonder, when are these guys gonna make their move? I mean, this is Daytona. You know these guys are not going to sit back there. You know they're not going to just coast there forever. They're going to make their move. They're going to move. Somebody's going to move to the outside. And another guy's going to move to the outside. Another guy's going to move to the outside. They're going to be going 2x2 when there's about 3 laps to go. I guarantee it. Okay, maybe not guarantee it. But certainly with like 2 laps to go, they're going to try it. We should be approaching the point of no return here. And if that's the case, these guys are going to be going balls to the wall to get every last position they can. Winty Wolf has made his way up into that front pack. The only mid-motorsports car that qualified, I'm pretty sure. Oh, man. That 92 just got slingshot up into the top side there. Not really sure. I don't know. It's really hard to tell who's going to make that first move. Everybody's looking pretty antsy. 6 laps to go here at Daytona. The 3 are pretty much human centipeding each other here, as they're pretty much just bumper to bumper to bumper here. At least the 77's got a little bit of room here in between Gonzalez Green and Howell. Or my bad, it was actually DJ Curtis that 77 was in front of. 5 to go. Not much left here in the IFAR 500, and the 10th running of the race has been a fantastic one. The 20 car a little bit out of shape there toward the back. Right there, that's the 43 of Ethan Mingalellis. What a really incredible paint. We got a lot of incredible paint schemes. NR 2003 community, I mean, that's not very surprising. And a lot of NR 2003 painters are freaking incredible. Actually got a couple of them here today. A couple of well-known scheme creators. I'm still thinking back to Carter Friesen. He's one of the more prominent ones I can think of in here, at least in my opinion. Speaking of Carter Friesen, he is tailing this pack right here. Something's wrong with that 58 car. Taking a look, nobody is retired yet. I mean, we've still got everybody in the race. Just kind of... I'm surprised nobody's DNF, nobody's rage quit, nobody's had to go, nobody's wrecked. Everybody's still in this race, and anybody could... Oh, Rubiesta's on the bottom! Something's wrong with that Comfort Inn and Suites car. And by that, I mean the internet's lagging out on their side. We do have a couple of pit stops here. Carter Friesen appears to have baited the 10 into pit road. Question is now I didn't even think about it. I didn't even know if there was going to be pit stops in this race. If that's the case, do you go, I don't know how much fuel these guys have. Do you take the risk? Do you come to pit road? I don't really know how much of a factor tires play at Daytona. Garson Muyong and Jelani Howe, the furthest up pack there. Oh, trouble! Flandre Wilson into the wall. Garson Muyong into the wall. Blake Kincaid and Ruby S10. We got a car on the other side. Caution is out. It's the big one here in Daytona. It's the huge one at Daytona. Multiple cars involved. And Blaine Davis keeps going through him like a steamroller. And multiple cars torn up here in Daytona. Flandre Wilson was the start of that. But my question is the race still going? Doesn't look like it. I don't think it is. I think they stopped. That was a huge wreck here. Once I confirm that we are under caution, so now I'm just confused. Now where's the 18? The 18 car is going to be our guide here. Okay, there we go. 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. We'll take a look at the crash after the fact. We got one car wrecking on the back straightaway. Here comes Alexander Gonzalez Green. He's got the draft off the 87 of the Tawny Dagenhart. 3 wide here for the first place spot. These guys are racing hard for the lead. Here comes the 18 on the bottom. He's got Gonzalez Green in the middle. It's going to be a drag race. Sam's are wrecking. The 18's around. Alexander Gonzalez Green wins at Daytona. They wreck across the line. The 55 wins at Daytona here in Season 10. Oh, man. We lost them for about a long time there. A little bit longer than I would have liked. They did not throw a caution, so I was looking for the 18. We're going to save the replay just in case they end this early. Because I want to go through that with you just real quick. Wow, my blood pressure's through the roof right now. Alexander Gonzalez Green wins at Daytona. How did he do it? We're going to look at this one. Then we're going to look at the big one. That's Alexander Gonzalez Green in the middle. And the Tawny Dagenhart top side. Tyler on the bottom. They tried to make it 4 wide. The 55, that was a dirty move. If he did that on purpose, that was dirty. He took out the 18 of Tyler Mallon, and he also took out DJ Curtis. That, if he did that on purpose, that was just plain out. That was just plain dirty. I cannot confirm that, but that's what it looked like to me. Move to the bottom. Yeah, no, he did that on purpose. He did that on purpose. And the 17 nearly blew over because of it. 18 wrecks across the line. Hopefully he doesn't have to go to the hospital. Now I just want to take a look at the big one. This came with about 2 laps to go, remember. So we're going to try and find Flandre Wilson in all this. Because she was the one that kind of started this whole chain reaction. Where is Flandre? Let's play a game here. That's just kept on spinning. So Jelani Howe is right there. I wonder if DJ Curtis checked up. Nope, she just got spun. Hard into the wall as she goes. Garson Muyong survived it for the most part. And then this is actually where it all kind of started, was right up here. 19, Wongdo right there. I saw the 25 and all that. That was, I think that was Liam Tingley that kind of set that one off right there. You know, it's just kind of like dominoes. One falls, the rest of them do. So this is Liam Tingley. We're not going to go really on board Ruby Estes, right? I think he just bounced off Ruby Estes, actually. Now that I'm looking at that. Which one's the best? Okay, this is a more zoomed in angle. That being said, it's not perfect. Although it does give a pretty good perspective of the crash moving by. That is probably, this is probably going to be the best shot that we get. Ruby Estes is right there. 25 spins. Everybody's wrecking. I mean, there's nowhere to go. I mean, I don't care if you're Lightning McQueen. There's nowhere to go. And then the 88 of Blake and Kenny, your defending season champion, just takes a horrendous hit. Wowie, look at that. Hard hit. Oh, that wasn't even the wall that did that. It was the 91. Carter Friesen is just all the way up into the wall there. Winty Wolf has a banged in side panel. He got involved in this one too. Yeah, he ran into Blake Kincannon. Oh man, nowhere to go. That's just too bad. And that 46 car definitely got the worst of it. Seth Cole got the worst of it. Well, after all that, a very exciting start to Season 10. Alexander, is this his second win in a row for this? Or is it like, did he have more? I feel like he had more. Like, I think he won last season. I don't know. I have to confirm that, but either way, what a way to start the season. You know, this is going to be the best season in IFAR. I guarantee you. This is going to be an excellent season. Let's take a look at your finishing order before we go. Alexander Gonzalez Green, Taylor Mallon, Matani Dagenhart. Screw that. GJ Curtis, Jelani Howe, Garson Muyong, Daniel Rodriguez, Blake Cusson, Victor Delgado III. That's your top 10. You can look at the rest of this for yourself. Sorry all to the Pedro Y. Lucas fans. He finished in 28th today. Winty Wolf did finish 14th, so not bad for his IFAR debut. But wow, here's to Season 10. I mean, this is going to be incredible. Coming up next week, we'll be back next week, provided we're not fired, for the next round. That will be, of course, at Atlanta, where we started last season. For the ACOM 200, although it'll probably be under a different name this time. Actually, no, it might not be Atlanta. Hold on. No. Hold on. Okay, it is going to be Atlanta. The ATR 200 will be at Atlanta. This will be the 2019 version of the track. And then, the week after that, Saturday, July 8th, we'll be heading to Bahrain for the Bahrain Grand Prix at the circuit in Sakir. That should be an incredible one. These guys will be able to make a right turn. May God have mercy on their soul, because Bahrain is a really difficult track to race on. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching today's race. I know that we aren't exactly the best in this type of business, but we try. Thanks for watching. We'll be back, of course, next week. Tomorrow, the DSRA races. We take Sunday off, but DSRA is, in fact, racing tomorrow. It'll be Watkins Glen. DSRA's finest will be making right turns. That should be, well, it'll be interesting. I'll keep it at that. It'll be interesting. But, wow. I mean, this was it was an incredible race. I can't wait to see what Season 10 has in store. We'll see you tomorrow for DSRA at Watkins Glen. Then on Monday, it'll be the Budweiser All-Star Series. Other than that, this is your head commentator, Nicholas Koskinen with Prodigy Racing Network. Congratulations to Alexander Gonzalez Green.